Well, hello there, chums. It is I, Captain Stephen Exo. And as you can see there, I just went to do an emote and wave, and I pressed X to do the wave, and it jumped me all the way over onto the signal booster, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, it's not what was intended. Nope, very much so, not what was intended at all. No. And yeah, that sort of thing happens quite often in Beyond. And this is kind of what this video is about. It's about tiny little bugs that are kind of plaguing it at the moment for me, chums, and sort of breaking the immersion. Just like that. Just little things, not massive things, just little things. But yeah, I'm just going to run you through some of the things that are sort of blighting me slightly, and a few other things with Beyond as a whole that have left me feeling a little bit empty. But yeah, I've run through them, and I give you decent enough reason. Anyway, you see here this signal booster. Let me just engage with this, because this is where my what am I doing? Why am I reloading? I haven't even got my multi-tool out. There we go. Right, so here we go. We're interacting with this, and here you can see hopefully my right, okay, I was hoping to get the signal booster coordinates for you nice and big on the screen. That's about as big as they're going to appear by the looks of things, chums. So yeah, you're going to have to use that to get the waypoint for this base if you want to come visit. Okay, well, I'm going to take this with me. Okay, there we are. That was weird. Okay, right, so first things first, let's get to a scribble pad. This one here would do. So Exo, if you wouldn't mind executing my first bit of footage, that'd be awesome. Thanking you. Right, here we go. Go! Hello, chums. Right, well, I'm up on side my freighter just to show a little bit of the issues that I'm having and things that I feel should have been play tested before Beyond went live, and should have definitely been fixed before we got to patch fixes of 9. Okay, right, so the first thing is like when you've got these hydroponic chambers up here, you know, that have got all these plants growing in them. These ones are flashing red, this one flashes blue, which is fine, but this one looks like it's out of fuel, and I can't actually refuel it. There's no way to refuel it. It seems that it's got perpetual energy anyway, but it's more of a cosmetic thing. It just doesn't look right. It looks like it's out of fuel. The next thing is if you put an appearance modifier up here, it says it's got insufficient power, and there's no way of rigging up power to it, so it's defunct. It doesn't actually work. Right, so the next thing, if you did have tray terminals on the walls pre-Beyond, they're now in the frickin' floor, or at least mine is. Yeah, mine's definitely in the floor. It still frickin' works, but yeah, a bit strange. Yeah, next thing is if I wanted to build up here, I should be able to place pretty much anything that's in the build menu, right? You would think so, wouldn't you? But if I go into decorations and I go into here, yes, I can put that down, but if I try to put down my trusty scribble pad, nope, I can't put that anywhere. There is nowhere where I can put a scribble pad. I can't even put it on the ceiling. I can't put it nowhere. However, if I get this one, I can't put that one there either. Nope, I can't do that. I mean, it goes green if I'm standing right on top of it, but then if I move it away, it just goes red again. You can't actually put it down. Same with the scribble pad. Look, it looks like you can put it down. It's like, that's what you could have won. That's what you could have won. Now, there might be other things inside this build menu that also act like these two objects here. However, so far, these are the two that I've wanted to put down and couldn't. I love these two objects, and yet I can't put them down. And if you do put them in your base now, on these two objects, they make a really horrible humming noise if you go near them. And yeah, it's horrible having them down even if you've got them in a base. I know it's only little things, but they're little things that all add up to breaking of immersion for me slightly, chums. So yeah, okay, so they're my sort of little bugs with freighters at the moment, chums. Now, I've only done freighters there, but I could do the same for base building and power type issues. In fact, I'm going to put a little card up there in the right hand corner of me trying to establish power on 2 of my old legacy bases, and you'd see the sort of workarounds I had to run into on base building. It seems to be that if you're on a base and you build it too complex in one area and it's not complex in another area, you can still build in one area but not the other. But say if the other area hasn't got power and you try to draw power from one end to the other end, you're in trouble. Your power cable disappears or doesn't actually work or connect properly. And then when you go away from your base and come back again, power might not even be stored to that part of the base. Anyway, watch that card that I put up there and you would see what I mean in real time. Now this is version 2.09, so they've put out quite a lot of patches, so yeah, it just seems to be that little things like this are still in the actual build, and some of them weren't even faults before Beyond. All those faults on the freighter that I pointed out weren't faults back in the day, and now they are. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of just why, you know, I despair. I despair. Slightly despair, because this could be something so freaking awesome, and yet it's a little bit shy of that at the moment, chums. It really is. Anyway, now on to, I mean, that's just the little bugs that I'm picking up on there, chums. I really feel if they had a playtester in-house that was just playing No Man's Sky pretty much 24/7, that's what they do as a job, then perhaps these sort of issues wouldn't actually occur. Because I think, if I'm being fair, I think Hello Games are kind of putting out the game, all the updates, and then using us guys out here in the real world as sort of their game's testers, using their Zendesk, which I'd probably do the same thing if it was me, to be honest. Got a small team like that, and it's such a freaking large game. I mean, how do you test a procedural generated universe? But then none of the faults that I've actually pointed out right now, chums, have got anything to do with procedural generation. They're just faults. They're just bugs with the control methods, or bugs with the actual wireframes or models, or even collision detection, which again should be picked up, I feel, within like about the first 10 to 12 hours of play. If a playtester was doing a day-to-day job, 2 days work, should have found a lot of the bugs that I've found already. Okay, anyway, so moving on to Beyond as an update as a whole. Now, Beyond as a whole, chums, it got given a designation of 2.0. Now, I feel PT has made a very good point with this one with his video earlier. He kind of beat me to it, that little scoundrel. But yeah, we talk a lot on DMs anyway, so I know that we're pretty much on the same page, and I know a lot of the gripes that he's put in that video are his own gripes. And yes, the whole thing with the exocrafts, yeah, I totally agree with him, but he's been talking to me about that one for a while. He's quite upset about that one. But yeah, I put a link up to his card up there, so if you want to click that, go watch PT's channel, or sorry, his video on exactly what he feels 2.0 sort of fell short on. And yeah, I kind of echo his sentiments 100% there, chums. Totally and absolutely on point, I feel. Those that like to explore have been sort of shortchanged slightly, because you know, you go to one frost planet, then go to another one. What do you see? Exactly the same frickin' thing. That's what you see. And it's the same with pretty much the fungal world planets, and also the only planets I go to, pretty much, chums, are the lush planets or the exotic planets. And even the exotic planets I visit less and less frequently now, chums, because they're all the same. They are all the frickin' same. The only ones that seem to have a nice variance are the lush worlds with the new grass colours. But are they new? Are they? You know, because we had those sort of grass colours pre-Next, so I'm talking like a vanilla game. You know, we had those sort of colour palettes back then, and we also had more varied terrain back then. So all they've done is given us back some of the things that we had before. Now I'm going to move on to the Nexus. So yeah, join me up in the Nexus in a bit, chums. So see you up on the Nexus. What do you do? Okay, right, so into the Nexus, and the things about the Nexus that I love is, one, is now fixed. Yeah, so the Nexus is now sort of fixed. When I say sort of fixed, I mean sometimes I've seen the odd ships go to land and they land on top of one another and they merge through one another. I have got multiplayer off at the moment because although it's fixed and it doesn't crash as often, there is still quite a lot of lag. And of course I'm doing streaming right now, but normally I would have multiplayer on because I do quite enjoy seeing other players running about, even if they are slightly laggy. But yeah, my complaints about the Nexus at the moment is it almost feels a little redundant. Yes, you've got the multiplayer missions here, but have you tried launching one with a party? I have, and I had serious fun, if you want to call it serious fun, trying to get them all to sort of coincide and get out on a mission at the same time. So you know what, chums, up in the top corner right now I'm going to put up another video showing the problems that I had, and this is in 2.09. So yeah, give that a click and take a watch of the sort of issues that I had when I was with Mr. King and Mr. Kettle. We had But yeah, we couldn't join a mission, all three of us together, even though we was in the same party or group. It just kept making us leave each other's groups. It was bizarre. It was really weird. Another thing is the Quicksilver droid. Great, he's there. But at the moment, you have to start a new playthrough to get Quicksilver. For us legacy players, we can't get any new Quicksilver for any of our other saves or anything like that. If we miss the community events, that's it. There's no real way to get Quicksilver right now. I'm hoping that's going to be addressed, but right now, it's still a bit of an issue. You can't get all the Quicksilver items for your other saves. Okay, now these guys up here, they seem to be very redundant at the moment. If the Atlas is paying their wage, or Polo and Nada, I feel seriously sorry for them, because yeah, at the moment, they just don't really seem to do too much. Oh, I can give him flora data. There you go. That's pretty cool. He wasn't doing that the other day. Sweet. Oh, Jesus. Darn. He gave me a heck of a lot of nanites. That'd be nice if he gave you Quicksilver. But yeah, a lot of these vendors up here, they don't really do all that much. But then that guy just proved me freaking wrong. But yeah, what about this guy? I do like these new guys. They do look very, very cool. But yeah, let's see if he offers me something. Oh, okay. I can bring him gold nuggets. Well, this is new. Okay, I didn't have this before. This is new. I'm going to have to come back up here and take another look. So yeah, it looks like they are adding a few new things up here, chums. But yeah, one of my major issues, though, is this chap. I mean, I think he's hilarious, and I really do like him. He's lovely. But trying to turn objects into him to get his honest opinion, which is usually quite brutally honest, takes you forever and a frickin' day. It would be nice to just be able to turn in all of them, because I have noticed that after you've gone through quite a lot of his different statements, they do become quite repetitive. They are quite entertaining the first couple of times you come up here, chums, but then after a while it's tedium, and trying to turn all this food into him is not fun. So yeah, if you could do it in bulk, that'd be great. Okay, right, it'd also be nice if he offered you new recipes or something. That'd be quite cool. But my main gripe, chums, is this part down here. Now, all of these new entities are freaking awesome. They are beautifully designed. But what do? They do exactly what the entities used to do in the stations. The station entities now do half of the things, and then you have to come here to get the other half. Makes no real sense. I do like the way that they actually display the ship tech. I wish that they would do the same, you know, up in the actual... oh, okay, cool. Right, so that's going to cost me how many nanites? 460 nanites? Well, I'll be getting that, thank you very much. But yeah, they do half of what the previous technicians used to do. And it does seem to be that they have updated these guys, because I thought I had all of these items from these chappies up here. I did get a translator module off of one of the guys before, and it doesn't seem to actually do anything. But yeah, looks like there's a few extra bits and bobs up here, which is pretty cool. I mean, I've got all of that sort of stuff anyway. Don't overly need that. But yeah, so they kind of do what the people in the station used to do. So they've added these beautiful new models in a beautiful new environment, but now you have to go to two different separate places to get it done. So yeah, not overly impressed with the Nexus, it has to be said. But at the same time, I'm more of a solo player anyway, so the whole multiplayer aspect for me, it didn't really shine a massive light back on the game for me to pick up and play. The reason I want to pick up and play is because I just love No Man's Sky as it is anyhow, and everything that I got in 2.0 was a freaking bonus. So yeah, double thumbs up there, and it has breathed a new lease of life into the game for me. However, I'd say it probably added 40 hours of play onto the game for me, and that came under base building. And the only reason it added probably about 40 hours for me is because to unlock all of this, I had to dig up half a frickin' planet. It probably took me a good, 8 hours to get all the frickin' tech. And then, because the tutorial isn't all that great in how to use the new powering system, it probably took me another 8 or 9 hours to frickin' learn how to use it. And then I had to go around all my other bases and repower them. So yeah, that's probably been my 40 hours play, is fixing stuff that's gone tits up and getting some blueprints and digging up half a frickin' planet. So that's my additional play. That's the only thing it's brought to me, really. And the whole thing of earning the cooking frickin' recipes, if I go into the log at the moment, so if I go over here, catalogue, I think it's under here, go into cooking products. Yeah, I've still got a heck of a lot that I've got to learn. But I'm not really bothered about learning cooking, for the main reason that, you know, when you turn it into the guy, you get either dissed quite massively, but it takes ages to turn it into him anyway. So, yeah, I don't overly see the point in the cooking. Not really. It would be nice if, you know, you could sell the stuff for quite a lot. I mean, I haven't tried selling it. I don't even know how much this stuff fetches, to be fair. Yeah, let's just take a quick look at some of the things that I may have. So there, those for example, 2,400 units for all of those. It's not really worth it, is it? I guess it's not. Yeah. So yeah, I just don't really see the point, and it just takes up so much space in your inventory now that yeah, I could just do without it. I could quite easily go without it, especially since in VR mode you can't ride the creatures in VR. It's only available to those people that are in non-VR. And then in Exocrafts in VR you can see the cockpit, but those people not in VR, you can't. So, and neither of those things were expressed inside the patch notes. They didn't say, you know, if you're in VR you can't ride a creature, or if you're not in VR you're not going to see a cockpit of your Exocraft. They just said new cockpits for Exocrafts and you can now ride creatures. They almost made it almost like it applied to every iteration, which is a little bit mind-blowing, isn't it, really, as to why they didn't sort of put a little star at the bottom. Only applies to VR, only applies to non-VR. That would have been a little bit more truthful. But yeah, so it's just little things, and I really do hope they're going to improve in future iterations and patches. One can only hope. But until then, chums, I mean, planet exploration for me, I am going to still go doing my wildlife videos and things like that. That's keeping me interested for now. However, the biomes, without them seriously changing, I don't think I'm going to be exploring much. I'm just going to be setting down more bases and staying put, which kind of goes against the whole idea behind No Man's Sky, which is, it's a shame, but that's kind of how I'm playing now. And it's not by choice, it's because it's just lackluster. It's just lackluster going searching on planets. Anyway, chums, I don't want to come across as I'm being negative, because something I need to say is this game, even as it is, if you as a new player and you came to it and picked it up, you're going to be enjoying this game for 60 to 100 hours, maybe more, and what other game does that on the market for the price that you pay? It's a fantastic game, and I'm still standing by the review that I gave it, and that's of 88%. And it thoroughly deserves that. It has come a long, long way, but I still feel it's got a long way to go before it's actually a game where every single atom is procedurally generated. And every single time I see their trailers where it says every atom is procedurally generated, and then I go to a planet and I see fixed wireframe models, I'm still going to be disappointed with exploration. Until they have a mod or something that gives us massive variety, it's not quite doing what it said on the tin from the word get-go. Anyway, take care, guys. Goodbye from Captain Steve. See you next time. Goodbye. Oh, sorry, chums, I almost forgot. Yes, MZK is putting out a video along the same sort of lines as this. We should go live with our videos at the same sort of time. We want to see if our rants kind of align with one another's. So, yeah, as soon as his is published, I will be placing his card at the end of my video. Yeah, a little link to his video from my video. Yeah, so you can go watch that one straight after and see if I'm on the same train of thought as Mr. MZK. He's another content creator that I thoroughly respect, and I met him. I met him over in Guildford, and yeah, I think we got on well. I really enjoyed talking to Dan, as he's known, but MZK to the rest of the world. Dan, double thumbs up, my friend. Yep, and I'm eager to see your video. I will be watching your video before I watch my own back. Yeah, okay, well, there we go. Then now I'm really going to say goodbye. So goodbye, 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 goodbye. Oh, yes, and all things mentioned in this video are my own opinions. And I'm just being honest. And yeah, there's probably some of you out there that are going to really disagree with everything that I've said. And then there's probably going to be some of you where maybe parts ring true and others don't. I'd imagine anybody new to this game and new to VR who have just picked this up for the first time are going to be like, what? No, that's crazy talk. This game is mahoosive. Yeah, but I've been playing this now, what, for 900 hours, so maybe I'm just super sad. But yeah, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent and I'm supposed to have ended. Alright, cheerio for real. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Okay, so a big thank you and a shout out to all of my Patreon supporters. Thank you very much there, guys. And if you want to see your name at the end of one of my videos like this one, there is a tier for that. It's £1.50 per month to appear on my Patreon. And yeah, but there are other tiers as well. So there's one there for £5 a month, which will get you on the tier for 3D ship models. And I'm hoping to get once I get a 3D printer from all the funds from Patreon. And I'll be shipping those out to people that have backed me on Patreon once or twice a year, depending on whereabouts you are in the world. And yes, I'm slowly but surely heading towards my goal, which is about £400. So thank you very much. Hello guys. Oh god. See what I mean about that, dear. Anyway, I was going to end on a positive, but yeah, I've got some golden nuggets and I thought I'd bring them back to this guy and we'd see what he actually does. Let's see what he does with these golden nuggets. So I've got 2 that I got from mining asteroids. Let's see what he's got for me. Yeah, exchange gold nugget. A fair exchange. We are matched. Go on, give me quicksilver. Oh, he gave me epoxy nanites. 3? Is that all you give? 3 nanites for a freaking golden nugget? Right, I'm going to give you another one. You better be awesome. Come on. He gave me another 3. Right, he's a git. Right, I was going to try and end on a positive. That didn't happen. In fact, I found another bug when I went to wave. I freaking jumped half a mile. And yeah, I just found golden nuggets already worth 3 nanites a piece. Ah, my days! Ah, my days, ah, my days, ah, my days! Yeah, I just feel like I'm completely shortchanged now, chums. I mean, gold nuggets, 3 nanites each. Frickin' having a laugh. A laugh. Yeah, look, a little blob in his hand. Yeah, you keep that blob. Yeah, I would have preferred that. I would have rather had an emote of being able to put up a holographic blob in my hand than frickin' 3 epoxy nanites. Darn it! I thought I might have come across a way of getting quicksilver for a moment there, chums, but no, well, no such luck, no such luck. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that's just a little bit of an extra, just thrown in at the end for good measure. Bye. Okay, so I now have my own website, which is www.nmsa.yolosite.com. Please check it out. On there you'll find merch including t-shirts, mugs, thermos, flasks and all sorts of other wonderful nice stuff. So yeah, please go check out my merch. And yes, and also on the site I make watch faces for Android devices, and they're free. And chums, I will be doing a video in the very near future on all the things that I would like to see added to No Man's Sky to bring it to somewhere where I would feel it would be complete. And yes, it'd be far more positive, so please stay tuned for that one. The music for my videos was made by Nerve. Nerve is fantastic, please go check him out, he's on my featured channels list on my channel. If you could please hit like and subscribe, or even one of these links that's on the screen now, and stay with Captain Stephen Exo a little bit longer. Thank you for watching, bye.